Quick headline off the record. Iran backdoors planted across Middle East telecoms, government agencies, Google says. Shalom. All glorification, honor, and praise is due only unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, along with the bishops and elders who rule well. Salutations. Peace and blessings to the Bayashadawadah, which is the house of David, the elect. Yeah, and this cyber warfare is also part of World War III. Okay, it's being fought economically. It's being fought, obviously, politically. It's being fought, through information. Propaganda. All right, we talk about the third woe coming quickly, which scriptures talks about the third woe coming quickly, right? Through John the Revelator, who received a revelation on the Isle of Patmos. All right, when we think about the third woe that's coming quickly, Revelation chapter 11-14, obviously we're thinking about them arrows being shot from one end of heaven to the other, in this place called America, which is Babylon the Great, being utterly destroyed. All right, but there's more facets to this thing than the arrows. The arrows is just the grand finale. The arrows is the grand finale, man. All right, that's how America is gonna, the world, all right, the nations are gonna witness America's demise. All right, and Lord willing, we're standing on that sea of glass mingled with fire, pursuant to Revelation, the 15th chapter, looking down from the chariots, watching this whore go up in smoke. All right, but the Persians are giving these Amalekites, all right, these small hats, these wall humpers, these 1948ers a fit. All right, with this hacking they got going on. All right, and ultimately this is all, going to be resolved once everything is officially digital. Okay, because that'll put an end to all this hacking, all these data breaches, right? All this information that's being compromised. That's going to put a stop to it, and they're going to use that. When I say they, these elites, all right, these banking elites, these Rothschilds, these Rockefellers, these Gettys and Oppenheimers and Warburgs, they're going to use that, all right, as a pretext to move forward, so like you're rather with their agenda, and the people are going to eat it up. The people are going to be you people are going to be begging for it, man, because a lot of you people, when you start to have issues accessing your money, problems getting into your bank accounts, seeing your funds disappear, sometimes, because there's going to be times where you're going to go days and days and days without knowing what the hell's going on. That's all part of Jacob's trouble, but you're going to be screaming at the top of your lungs for your government to come in and rescue you. Okay? And how they're going to rescue you, right, is by offering you a solution, man, a left-handed salvation. Which is temporary. Basically, you look at it as a temporary stay of execution, because when they convince you, and it won't take much convincing, like I said, but when they convince you to let them turn you into a cyborg, okay, that there won't be any more hacking. Your data won't be compromised anymore. But guess what? You're gonna feel that fire, man. Because if you take the MOTB, which is this charagma, all right, which is this digital implant, which will be inserted into your right hand, your left hand, and your forehead, all right, you're done, man. Okay? You're absolutely done. pursuant to Revelation chapter 14, verses 9 and 11. And we all know these scriptures, but we harp on them because this is the key prophecy, all right, that has to be fulfilled prior to the Lord Yahushai, all right, not Jesus fucking Christ, all right, prior to the Lord Yahushua returning to this earth. You know, and this earth is already going to be on fire. The fires are already going to be kindled. You know, Luke chapter 12, verse 49. All right? Because the Lord's coming back during the midst of World War III. But when the Lord returns, that's when the real fireworks commence. All right? Because you're going to have the ICBMs, you know, lighting this place up, and also the chariots of the Lord doing work, man. Yeah, the chariots of the Lord, what you imbeciles here in America, all right, aka Babylon the Great, refer to as UFOs or UAP. Anyway, Iran backdoors planted across Middle East telecoms, government agencies, Google says. All right. So yeah, and there's no such thing as Iran. Okay, you won't find Iran mentioned in the scriptures. The so-called Iranians are the Persians. It's Persia. All right, and the Carmanians. Okay, which they're referenced in Ezekiel the 38th chapter and 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter. Iran plays a huge part in Babylon's destruction, and they have high-tech weaponry being supplied to them by Gog. All right, Russia. They're going to light you motherfuckers up, man. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians who are the Lord's chosen people, the Israelites of the Bible, 2/3 of you anyway, you're going to feel their wrath, man. Which ultimately, that wrath is actually coming from the heavens, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is bringing that wrath. All right, he's the one who's going to be pouring out his wrath and his indignation upon this place, man. This sinful kingdom we live in. America is the sinful kingdom. Okay? A cyber operation housed within Iran's Ministry of Intelligence and Security, MOIS, has become a sophisticated initial access broker for the country's hackers, providing persistent entry to the systems of telecommunications and government organizations across the Middle East. And that whole Middle East thing, too, like the elder Malcolm goes into a lot, is a false construct. All right? The Middle East is part of Asia. Okay? There's no such thing as the Middle East according to the Bible. It's part of the continent known as Asia, which was named after Scipio Asiaticus. All right? An Edomite, a so-called white man. You know, they call their lands after their own names. All right? Even these Amalekites are feeling it, man. All right? These, the bastards who are dwelling in Ashdod right now, Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 6, they feeling it. And, you know, being the least of the flock, okay, they're grossly outnumbered. They're outnumbered. They're outmanned. They're going to be outgunned. All right. And that's why they're doing what they're doing right now over there in the so-called Middle East, all right, the Israeli state. All right, because they're seeking to draw these nations into this third woe. This third world's war. All right? And they're going to. They've always used America and America's military to do their dirty work. Okay? You Americans, you Babylonians who think you're fighting for America, you're not. You're fighting for the banking interests. You know? You're fighting for the chief tribe of Esau. You're not fighting for America. That's a goddamn lie, man. But you people, you know, your whole existence and your whole way of life and everything you've been taught is nothing but fucking lies. But yeah, this is a really short read, you know, like a 2-minute read. But all this plays into Bible prophecy, man. You know, again, you got economic warfare, you got information war taking place. You know, it's being fought obviously along political lines, but you know, this is all going to culminate in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the valley of the Lord's judgment. You know, where the nations, which America's are going to be on fire, where the nations and the armies of this earth are going to be destroyed. Matter of fact, let's get let's see, Salakia. Bear with me. Let's get Zephaniah, all right, chapter 2 and verse 14. And it reads, the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near, it is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man, shall cry there bitterly. Yeah. The day, Slakia, verse 15. That day which we're coming up on, okay, that day is is a day of wrath, okay, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, which is that nuclear destruction is coming to America. Okay, and you know, the so-called Israeli state, they're going to be nuked. They're going to be lit up. Okay, that place has to be burned to the ground too. But that place will be rebuilt and will be the hub of the kingdom of heaven. Okay. It says, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers, and I will bring distress upon men. You're already seeing men stressed out here. Okay. But this will be a distress like no other, man. You know, Daniel's the 12th chapter goes into that, right? It says, and I'll bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have, and here's why, because they have sinned against the Lord, Yahweh, that right? They transgress his law, statutes, commandments. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the heathen nations, and you 2/3 over here in Babylon the Great. You sinned against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, right? And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold, all right, no matter what resources you have on hand, okay, we don't use silver and gold, all right, to buy or sell, okay, but your resources in general, all right, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, all right, in the day of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh's wrath, all right, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. And again, Iran plays a big part in it. And you know, this cyber warfare that they're waging on Amalek in America, okay, that ain't shit compared to them arrows that they're gonna shoot. All right, and they have the best of the best, state of the art, you know, technology. Despite what these goons over here in the West, and specifically these media goons over here in America, would have you to believe, okay? They got you thinking that Iran is some primitive backwater. No, Iran's got super high tech weapons, man. Which ultimately, you know, as the scripture says, those are really the weapons of the Lord's indignation. All right, they're His. Okay, so they're all part of His armory. They're part of the armory of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. See, the Lord is the one that's doing this, man. Okay, this destruction is coming from the Almighty. Isaiah the 13th chapter goes into that. All right, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent, verse 14, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Right. How is this place going to go out? All right, via fire. Okay, this great city, Babylon the Great, is going to be thrown down violently. Okay, via these arrows. All right, and once again, we gotta harp on the chariots and what they're going to do as well, man, because they play a huge role. All right, the angels is going to be, you know, again putting in work, man, blasting shit. The fire is kindled. Verse 15, it shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot, verse 16, of a mighty archer returns not backwards, so like even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. And then Ezra actually asks a rhetorical question, who will deliver me in these days? Proving reincarnation is scriptural, because Ezra is back today on the scene prophesying with a heavy portion of the spirit, man, bringing it out. Probably going into 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 every day, which, you know, all of us could be doing, should be doing. All right, we living in the days of 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. We're living in the days of 2nd Ezra 9. You know, 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 16. All right. So yeah, man. I just thought this was interesting and worthy of a few comments. And Lord willing, you was edified through the Spirit. With that, I want to say shalom. It's on to the next video.